away, holding the large white box under his arm. Sia watches him go, then looks down. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out the check that Raymond gave her. It is the same check that Nigel's wife wrote.
Who are you, Mrs. Kathleen Sutton? What on earth do you have to do with me?
She takes a deep breath.
America's Got Talent premieres Tuesday, May 30th on NBC.
I have achieved what every criminal dreams of, but this isn't over yet.
Let's celebrate.
It has to start with a great voice.
Blake's farewell finale with 23 seasons of Friends, including one he couldn't do his last show without.
I love you. I love you too.
The Voice Live finale, Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Security would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, Amera guards it.
Local news that matters. This is KC 24 News at 11.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jennifer Ortega. New at 11, Fresno County deputies say an 8-year-old girl is dead and a 4-year-old boy is missing after the two were swept away by the fast-moving water in the Kings River this afternoon. Rhett Rodriguez has more from the Pine Flat Dam along the Kings River.
It's quiet now, but just hours ago, dozens of rescue teams were out here hopeful to find the boy. Since then, they say the reality has set in. Multiple agencies searched the Kings River by air, land, and boat after the Fresno County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call around 2 o'clock that 2 kids fell into the rushing water.
There was a family gathering of some sort, and we do know that when we got the call just below the dam, there was a family there. 2 children did end up in the water, one 8-year-old girl and one 4-year-old boy. After an hour of searching, deputies found the girl, but say it was too late. We put 2 boats in the water, and we had numerous swiftwater rescue personnel on scene. We did, unfortunately, recover the female deceased underwater. Rescue crews are still actively searching for the 4-year-old boy, but he has still not been found. We're going to keep searching. We're not going to give up. You know, it's we're hopeful, but with the river being what it is, it's not a great chance. We will have rescue personnel out all the way until at least sundown tonight. The drowning comes 2 months after the Fresno County Sheriff's Office closed the King and San Joaquin rivers due to the dangerous conditions from the record snowmelt. The Sheriff's Office says this tragedy should have never happened. And this is exactly why we tell people stay out of the water. You know, this really, you just have to use common sense. You should not have children anywhere near this water today, under any circumstance. If anyone is seen entering the water, authorities say there will be consequences. We're going to cite you at a minimum. If you have children that you're allowing in that water, we're going to look at child endangerment charges. We're going to look at child neglect charges. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office stopped the search at sunset because of visibility concerns, but will begin the search again tomorrow. In Fresno County, Rhett Rodriguez, KC 24, local news that matters.
And unfortunately, this tragedy serves as a stark reminder. We say this every time, do not go near the waterways. The snowmelt runoff from the mountains is bringing a strong undercurrent that even a lot of experienced swimmers cannot handle. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office has had this warning in place for the last 2 months, and it has not changed. You will be fined for trespassing if you get near or in the waterways. A man is shot and killed after an officer-involved shooting in Kings County. Deputies say it happened on 8th and Denver Avenues around 7:30 Saturday night. The homeowner told deputies he was getting home when he saw a man with a gun inside the house in the front window. That's when he called 911. A verbal exchange happened between the two, and the suspect shot around. Officials say when they got there, they heard several shots go off at the home. The SWAT team was sent out to help. After nearly 9 hours of a standoff with that suspect, we're told He made his way to the second floor and then shot at the SWAT team through a window. Gunfire was exchanged. The suspect was found dead inside the home with multiple gunshot wounds. Officials say it's still unclear why the man was there, and this incident is still under investigation. A morning apartment complex fire displaced several families, some of them running out with only the clothes left on their backs. Fire crews were dispatched to the Sunset Sands apartments at McKinley and Maple Avenues. Neighbors across the street from the complex say they heard some explosions and then smoke began pouring out of one of the units. Fire crews determined this was a second alarm fire. In total, 18 fire engines and nearly 50 firefighters fought this blaze.
4 units were directly affected by the fire. 2 additional units were affected by water and smoke damage. At this point in time, we know that the fire was started in one of the downstairs units.
Now, investigators say 4 units were directly affected by the fire, one of which was vacant, and 2 additional units were damaged by smoke and water from the fire. The cause is still under investigation. And emergency crews rushed to another apartment fire last night on West Robinson Avenue. Officials say the fire broke out around 10 o'clock Saturday. We're told multiple apartment units were engulfed in flames. Firefighters say the fire started on the patio and spread to the 4 other apartments. We're told one resident suffered minor injuries and was rushed to the hospital. 14 adults and 13 children were displaced by the fire. The cause is still under investigation. Fresno Fire says this incident marks the 4th structure fire within a 24-hour period. In Atwater, police arrested their first homicide suspect of the year after several months of investigating. 18-year-old Aryat Simpson was booked into the Merced County Jail on murder charges today. Officials say he's connected to a shooting that happened back in March. Police say there was a crash at an intersection of Green Sands and Camrose Street. When they got there, they found a man in the driver's seat killed from a gunshot wound. Today, Merced police were able to identify Simpson as a suspect in the case and take him into custody. People from all over the valley showed up to take part in the world's largest charity motorcycle event, this year's Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. The fundraiser started decades ago in Australia, and now it's celebrated all around the world in 150 countries. Organizers say hundreds and thousands of people dress up to ride their motorcycles on the same day to raise money and awareness for men's health issues and prostate cancer research. Here in Fresno, it's the second year they've held this event.
My favorite part is just getting out with people that enjoy motorcycles. Also, you know, I've had health issues in the past, and so volunteering to support those men's health issues is just a nice thing to do, give back to the community.
The organization has raised over $44 million since 2012 worldwide. Check out the highs for today in Fresno: 94 degrees, Visalia 92, Merced 91. Here's your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Top pollens are oak, privet, and olive. Looks like we're in the medium to low levels for the next couple of days. Your complete forecast coming up after this.
Hi, I'm Emily Irwin, host of Central Valley Today, KC 24's daily lifestyle show. How you doing back there?
I think I'm doing good.
It's National Pretzel Day, a day to celebrate. The Good Feet store is here to help. This is an exciting day. We're throwing a party. We're throwing a pizza party. Oh, Robert.
Thank you,
Thanks
Robert.
for being here.
The opportunity to make a difference doesn't always require a uniform. Be the vital link between the community and our officers as a CHP dispatcher. Make a positive difference in your community and apply now. Scan the code or visit chpbethevoice.com.
Mid-Valley Disposal and the Kalpakoff family have been environmental leaders for decades. Our recycling and organics processing facilities are located in the heart of the Central Valley. Recyclables are sorted and sent out to be made into new products. Green waste and food waste are sent to our Kerman's Best compost facility to help fertilize valley crops. Proper sorting helps everyone meet California sustainability goals. We promise to do our part while you continue to do yours. Learn more at midvalleydisposal.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
It's Central Valley Honda dealers' race to save. Race in now for supercharged savings, like a $279 a month lease on Civic. Boldly delivering up to 42 mpg. $279 a month on HRV, with loads of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And $369 a month on Accord Hybrid, hitting up to 51 mpg. But you gotta get here fast. Our Race to Save event ends Memorial Day.
Tuesday, another Banfield exclusive. The grandparents of one of Lori Vallow's murdered children join Ashley live and in person in their first interview since the guilty verdict. Tuesday on Banfield, only on News Nation.
All next week, Morning in America is live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where 33 engines are getting ready for the big race. And the fans can't wait for the flag to fly. Live at the Indy 500 on Morning in America. All next week on News Nation.
At Long John Silver's, our 100% white meat chicken is always just a batter tip away from becoming its own golden treasure. Batter up. Dive into our $6 chicken basket or order ahead at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish yeah.
Welcome back. Let's start out with our weather headlines. We do have some hot temperatures for a couple more days, and we'll talk about that a little bit further in the forecast. A slight cool down on the way by the end of this week. We're going to see some 80s, so it's going to feel pretty nice. And some sunshine is here to stay, so a lot to look forward to. Taking a look at our Valley Cam, sponsored by Eagle Mountain Casino. This is right here from our KC24 studios. A beautiful evening outside. It's still pretty warm out there. Fresno, 85 degrees right now. Visalia, 83, Porterville 78. So we're in the mid to upper 70s for most of the area at this time right now. It's not cooling down a whole lot. In the next 48 hours, we're going to see some clear skies. A little bit of rain will be moving through the mountain areas, but not a whole lot of rain in the valley. A lot of cloud coverage moving through, but then it'll fizzle out and it'll be some beautiful skies for the next several days. So that's something definitely to look forward to. You can see the valley not seeing a whole lot other than all that sunshine. So this time of year, the average high is usually 84 degrees, and we're well above that average. 94 was our high today, but that record set in 1892. Check this out. 3 digits right here, 104, and thank God we're not seeing that right now because that's scorching. The sunset tonight was at 8:05 p.m., and it's just getting a little bit later and later every day. Air quality, we do have some nice air quality in some counties. Merced, Madera, King seeing good quality. Moderate levels for Fresno, Tulare, and Sequoia National Park, so we'll want to keep an eye on that. As for our overnight temperatures, Visalia 62, Hanford 62, Selma 61, Fresno 66, Madera 60 degrees, so we're not cooling off a whole lot, but it's still going to feel pretty nice outside. Merced 58 degrees for your overnight lows. For tomorrow afternoon highs, this is what we're going to be looking at. Chowchilla 96, Madera 97, Fresno 96, Selma 97, Hanford will even reach 99 degrees, so we're warming up all across the valley. Looking pretty red in the valley you see right there. And I matched the screen right there, so it's only going to warm up. Taking a look at our overnight temperature, like I mentioned, it's going to be 66 degrees, partly cloudy, some light winds, 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, like we mentioned, 96 degrees. It's going to be a hot one, but it's going to be sunny, so you'll want to stay in the shade if you do go outside. Some light winds, 10 miles per hour. But take a look at your extended forecast. It's going to be hot for a couple more days, like I mentioned. Monday, Tuesday, it'll hit 94 degrees, but then a slight cool down. As we enter the middle of the week, it'll hit 85 by Thursday. It'll cool down a little bit, but it's going to be sunny the whole way through. And even by next weekend, we'll still be in the 80s. The lows are in the 60s and high 50s. Angelique Martinez joins us now with what's coming up in sports. And
yeah, Jen, the Fresno State Diamond Dogs are gearing up for the 2023 Mountain West Championship. Coming up, we hear from Fresno State's interim head coach Ryan Overland ahead of Thursday's matchup. More on that coming up next in Sports Central.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley. The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and KC24 are committed to sharing these achievements.
Education matters.
Mondays at 6:30. Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
KC24 News is brought to you in part by Central Valley Honda Dealers.
Ashley's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Get up to 50% off Spotlight deals. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. And ask how to receive a $100 Visa prepaid card. Only at Ashley.
This is a town called Basic.
It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
This is the most exciting moment in painting, when the frog tape comes off. When all the swatches, samples, prep, and pride depend upon Frog Tape's best-in-class paint block technology to keep paint out and keep lines sharp. From long stretches of baseboards to complicated corners around windows to crown molding that will have you asking, what room should we paint next? Frog Tape, when it matters most.
It's never happened. America has never defaulted on its debt. But John Duarte and Republicans in Congress keep pushing us closer. See, instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, Duarte voted to take away things we depend on. Funding for education, Medicaid, even veterans' health care. All while protecting tax breaks for billionaires and big corporations. So tell John Duarte, stop pushing America into default and start looking out for us.
It's time to get your vehicle ready for summer. And the best place to do it is at your local Big O Tires Memorial Day sale. Going on now through May 29th. With combined savings valued up to $280. Get up to $170 in rebate savings on 4 select in-stock tires. Plus free basic installation on 4 select Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires. Plus 0 interest if paid in full. Only at Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save $1,000 on select Sealy mattresses and get $100 instant savings on Ashley Sleep adjustable base sets. Plus pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Pete Biden Field is the host site of the 2023 Mountain West Baseball Championship. The Diamond Dogs were the 4th and final team to qualify for the conference championship, which begins this Thursday. Fresno State wrapped up the regular season with a 29-25 overall record and a 16-14 finish in conference. The Bulldogs' first test will be top-seeded San Jose State on Thursday night in Fresno. The Dogs faced SJSU 6 times in the regular season and only beat them twice, but are confident heading into the tournament on their home field.
It's just a really exciting time for Fresno State baseball and baseball in Fresno in general. And you look at the history of this program and how many amazing players and teams have been on this field, and championships and regionals that have been won on this field. And the crowds we've had this year have been phenomenal. I think there's no doubt that it's helped us win a couple games. And it's really exciting to have the opportunity to have that stadium packed this weekend cheering this team on.
Just having the opportunity to compete for a championship is really awesome, and that's something we didn't know if we were going to do about halfway through the season. So it's pretty cool the way our teams really came together these last couple weeks and really have gelled and really have just, you know, focused in on what our real goal is.
Meanwhile, the PGA Championship wrapped on Sunday in Rochester, New York. Brooks Koepka took home his 5th major title. Koepka finished a 3-under 67 in the final round on Sunday, finishing at 9-under for the tournament to win for the 3rd time, beating Scotty Scheffler and Victor Hovland by 2 strokes. Taking a look at Bryson DeChambeau's finish at the PGA Championship, he finished tied for 4th place at 3-under. He was the leader after round 1, but trailed by 3 strokes heading into the 4th round on Sunday. Clovis North softball season came to an end on Thursday as the top-seeded Broncos were upset by Stockdale. This team will go down as one of the best in school history, who were led by one of the best players in school history. Scott Bemis has the story.
Senior softball star Ryan Maddox has been making headlines at Clovis North since she arrived as a freshman, both with her arm and her bat.
She's truly probably the toughest out in league, and then probably the toughest one to get a hit off of.
In her 4-year high school career, she hit over .430 at the plate, including over .500 as a junior. And as a pitcher, she went 62-5 in the circle with a career ERA under 1 and nearly 800 career strikeouts. with nearly 2/3 of her outs in high school coming by way of the punch-out.
She's gotten better every single year. I'm really proud of her. She's the total package when it comes to pitching.
Team success followed as well. She helped lead Clovis North to its first section title in school history as a sophomore and helped the Broncos earn recognition in state and national polls over the last several years.
You know, here at Clovis North, we didn't have the best softball team before I came in, and, you know, me and my teammates kind of turned this program around.
So what is Ryan's secret in the circle?
A little better.
Well, despite standing only 5'3", she still generates D1 college-level velocity, maximizing it through hard work in the gym and individual work with Clovis North head coach Courtney Dale, who has been her personal pitching coach since she was 8.
She uses every part of her body to create momentum and speed, and she throws just as hard as the girls that are, you know, 5-6 inches taller than her.
Being left-handed also helps.
The way that the ball comes in, the angle, it's a lot more difficult to hit from a left-handed pitcher.
But what makes her really effective are the different movements and speeds she could create with her 5 pitches.
I kind of mix grips and mix release points with all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Especially with drop balls. Those things are dirty. Those things have crazy amounts of movement.
Ryan will be headed to traditional Pac-12 softball power Arizona next season.
The coaching staff was great. It just felt at home.
And who knows, maybe one day we might be talking about Maddox in the same breath as her high school coach, who followed an outstanding career at Bullard High with an All-American performance at UCLA, where she led the Bruins to a national championship in 1999.
She reminds me of myself that I hated to lose. I would do anything not to lose, and just that competitive part of it.
And that's going to do it for sports. KC24 News continues after this.
KC24 News is brought to you in part by Central Valley Honda dealers.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
This Memorial Day, shop the largest selection of hybrid and electrified vehicles from the most reliable brand on the road. Toyota, let's go places.
Life is uncertain. Everyday pressures can feel overwhelming. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Hurry in, lease the 2023 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $489 per month.
My knees, bone on bone, would wake me out of a sound sleep, throbbing every single night. Dr. Rowland was really amazing. When I came in and I realized how much they cared about my pain and helping me find an answer, that was the most wonderful thing. I am able to do so many things now that I haven't done for probably 15 years. You don't have to feel so badly. And I'm able to do more than I thought I could, and I know I'm going to feel better for years and years to come.
Don't settle for surgery. Call Innovative Medical Center.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
This Memorial Day, get low 3.99% APR on Camry or lease for $379 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
This is KC24 News at 11.
In negotiations to avoid a global economic meltdown if the U.S. can't pay its bill on time, we're learning President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are set to meet face-to-face tomorrow at the White House. Peter Alexander reports from Japan.
Tonight, with the nation staring down at a potentially catastrophic default now just a week and a half away, President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy agreeing to meet one-on-one tomorrow afternoon at the White House. The president en route back from Japan calling McCarthy from aboard Air Force One. The top Republican describing the call as productive.
He walked through some of the things that he's still looking at. He's hearing from his members. I walked through things that I'm looking at.
That tone markedly different from hours earlier when the two leaders were trading accusations. The president slamming House Republicans for what he called extreme positions and for ratcheting up demands that he dismissed as unacceptable.
It's time for Republicans to accept that there is no bipartisan deal to be made solely on their partisan terms.
McCarthy arguing President Biden is backtracking on any progress to satisfy progressive Democrats.
It seems as though he wants default more than he wants a deal.
Still tonight, time is running out for a bipartisan agreement, with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen on Meet the Press reasserting that the June 1st deadline is unlikely to shift.
I certainly haven't changed my assessment, so I think that that's a hard deadline.
The key sticking points remain the extent of spending cuts demanded by Republicans, with the president today saying he was open to some, but not severe cuts, and stricter work requirements for federal assistance programs like food stamps and Medicaid. The president arguing should the U.S. default, both sides would share political blame. But he insists some MAGA Republicans would try to capitalize on the crisis.
And because I am president and presidents are responsible for everything, Biden would take the blame, and that's the one way to make sure Biden's not reelected.
Start your day with KC 24 to get all the local news that matters on KC Sunrise.
Tuesday, another Banfield exclusive. The grandparents of one of Lori Vallow's murdered children join Ashley live and in person in their first interview since the guilty verdict. Tuesday on Banfield, only on News Nation.
All next week, Morning in America is live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where 33 engines are getting ready for the big race, and the fans can't wait for the flag to fly. Live at the Indy 500 on Morning in America, all next week on News Nation.
Mid-Valley Disposal and the Kalpakoff family have been environmental leaders for decades. Our recycling and organics processing facilities are located in the heart of the Central Valley. Recyclables are sorted and sent out to be made into new products. Green waste and food waste are sent to our Kerman's Best compost facility to help fertilize valley crops. Proper sorting helps everyone meet California sustainability goals. We promise to do our part while you continue to do yours. Learn more at midvalleydisposal.com.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models. We are professional-grade GMC.
At Central Floor Supply, our new showroom is filled with name brand, waterproof flooring, and luxurious carpet. We have better selection, better quality, and much better prices than the big box stores. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply.
A Paulsome event for families and their dogs in the Tower District today for the event called A Day for the Dogs. The day was filled with competitions, a pooch parade, pet adoptions, a pet resource fair, and pet vendors. Local organizations from around the valley teamed up for this event with the Tower District Marketing Committee to not only make it fun for owners and their furry friends, but also to make it informative.
We actually have partnered with Valley Animal Center for this project. This is a Pet Resource and Awareness Day, so we're just out here with Valley Animal Center.
There were also competitions for $10 with trophies and prizes in categories like Best in the Show, Small Breed, Medium, Large Breed, and Best Tricks. And that does it for us here at KC24 News. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
%100% ribeye beef in a burger. Yep, 100% ribeye beef in a burger. My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers. All the flavor of a juicy ribeye steak in a burger. Did I mention they're made with 100% ribeye beef?
Thanks to your generosity, the Sequoia Symphony Orchestra brings world-class music and education programs to Tulare County. Great composers, timeless music. Donate today. Support the Sequoia Symphony Orchestra and keep the music alive.
The opportunity to make a difference doesn't always require a uniform. Be the vital link between the community and our officers as a CHP dispatcher. Make a positive difference in your community and apply now. Scan the code or visit chpbethevoice.com.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
My legendary mozzarella sticks are back, and they come with, wait for it, keep waiting, marinara sauce. You asked for it, you got it. You can thank me later. Get them as part of my mini munchies for just $3.50.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
At United Health Centers, you will find quality care in medical, dental, optometry, chiropractic, urgent care services, and more. Visit us today for all of your healthcare needs.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
The following paid commercial program does not reflect the opinions and views of Nexstar Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their employees and affiliates.
The following is a paid presentation for the Good Feet store, improving the quality of people's lives 2 feet at a time. Do you suffer from foot pain? How about knee, hip, or back pain?
The pain was so much that I couldn't really focus on my job.